And we're back. And I'm not just updating you on the size of the house or barn this time, but I'm actually prepared for this one, believe it or not. Yes, who is this? Hello, this is Snek's residence, isn't it? Oh, are you Colt? How do you do? Yes, I am. Who are you? Oh, excuse me. This is my calling card. Rovest, Torles University biologist. Huh, so what does a monster scholar want from us? I've heard that a mysterious monster was discovered in the Torles Mountains. Located in the center of the continent, I'm wondering if it might be a new type of monster. New type of monster? Yes, new type of monster. We're just gonna keep saying that as a verbal tick now. I want to go to the outer reaches of the mountain range to investigate. But it's very dangerous out there, so you're wondering if you can take Koto with you on this adventure. That's right. When my father told me about Snek and Colt, I thought that was the perfect idea, so here I am. Your father? Oh yes, I'm Talico's son. Oh, Talico's son, okay. Say, Snek, can you cooperate with him? Yep, that is the plan, Stan. It's okay, Rovest. That's great. Thank you, Snek. I'll accompany him. Let's go, Colt. Yes, let's go. I'm leaving now, Snek. No, don't rush back on my account. Finally arrived at Torles Mountains. First, I'll set up base camp. Done. Let's get started, but one word first. Keep one thing in mind. Come back before your monster's energy is exhausted. It's fatal. Well, I mean, technically everything's fatal. It's a matter of dose. Let's take off. Before we do, a wise man checks his map. Okay, it's a good thing I did stop to check my map, because this is the most complicated one of all of them. Now, thankfully, I was able to get my HP to just where it needs to be. Oh, there seems to be another passage, which is the one we need, actually. This map is complicated, and we actually need to get to the very back of it. In fact. Okay. Seems to be another passage, which is the one we don't need. Let me... Alright. This map is the most complex one, so I'm double-checking my bearings every so often. As you see, it's already taken a lot of energy to get here. I think this is the one I have no choice but to push through. It is indeed. Alright, Koto, we've been doing a little bit of strength training. Maybe don't take all day to take care of this? Alright, and the last one we can actually go around. Which I will choose to, because honestly, this is where we need to be. Wow, what is this? This must be the Phantom Monster statue I've been looking for. But who in the world made something like this? That's an interesting layout. There's only one item here we actually need. We can leave if we get lucky again. That's not it. Don't make me go through all this again. I really just want the one item. You have to have really high intelligence, but thankfully Koto does. Okay, that's vendor trash, so that's neat. Still not what I want. She has a generally good sense. I've seen her go wrong ways before, but not often. Oh, come on. If she doesn't bring it this time, I'm just going to jump ahead to when she does. Yes! Thank goodness! What a huge footstep it is! Is this the footstep of the unknown monster you were talking about? It is, and it's also one of the unlock prereqs we need. There's actually another one here, but I can't get it yet, because that's the one that's tied into the weird cup jelly thing, and I'll get more into that later. Probably. That means the unknown monster is in the Torles Mountains. I'm going to take it back home and study it. Do you want to continue investigating? I do not. I want to go home. Because we're done. We don't need anything else here, because, like I said, the only other thing we really want here, I can't get yet. Did I mention this is the most complicated map? Because it is. South and right, south and right. Sure hope we have enough energy to get back. I'm not even going to pretend like I think that we do, but that's why that shortcut was so important. Oh, man, I cut that close. Oh, jeez. Not even going to pretend like that was skill. That was sheer dumb luck. Check the results of the adventure. Yes, let's do that. This is half-eaten, a worthless item. This is pure silver, which is just money. And this is the big footstep. I gathered various clues during this adventure. That's right. Well, let's go back to my home sweet home. After all, this adventure was success. Even if just narrowly. Phew, I'm dead. Since you discovered an item, I guess we can say it was a good adventure. Yeah, for cutting it as close as we did, I'm impressed. Well done, Koto. I mean, tigers do hail from, like, snowy, mountainous regions. It kind of makes sense that she would thrive. And there's plenty more to unlock. We have only just gotten underway. So I'll see you more when there's more to see. Colt, what are you doing? Master Pabs. And you, Snek, what did I do? How can you leave the altar like that? You think you achieved your rank on your own? The altar? Oh no, I forgot to clean it up. Oh, Colt is worthless, so you're gonna, come in here yelling at me. I own this land, old man.
Dirk, what are you doing? Oh.
Surprise,
hey,
Dietaku time. Can't forget that.
Time.
The state of the altar is the state of the soul. I told you to never to forget to clean the altar. Yes, I am sorry, Master. Don't apologize to me, you know who to apologize to.
Apologize to God!
It is probably...
Apologize to God!
Theology of this world is like one of those things that's never really explained. Like, there are a lot of trappings of some kind of unified church, especially in Ima and Fimba regions. But Negima, the monster shrine, is like, it's treated more like the DMV. It's like a government building. And, like, Bolzoi is dressed in, like, a suit and a cravat. But in Monster Ranchers 1 and 2, it's like a place of worship.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't they flat out say at the beginning of 2 that it's like, yeah, God created the world and all the animals?
Yeah, like the most widely accepted, like, religious, theological setting of this world is there's an all-powerful, omnipotent, capital G God who made everything and made humankind, and in order to answer humankind's needs, created the monsters. Which means the monsters appeared sometime after humanity did. But it's like, that's really all we know about that myth. We don't know if that's an allegory or if that's a literal interpretation of what actually happened. Don't mean you have to spend every cent you have, but you have to reward those monsters. Yes. Snek, I'm sorry. You should be, Colt. Not only do you not speak English very well, you are an embarrassment to Gym Leader Dead.
Gym Leader Dead?
Yes. I don't know if you saw or not, like, one of the early episodes, I created the Suki Suezo from the Monster Rancher 1 disc in order to demonstrate some tournaments, and I lovingly named him Gym Leader Ed, and the comment section has referred to him ever since as Gym Leader Dead. It's my duty to clean the altar, and you got scolded as well. Yes, I did. Thank you for noticing. What should we do? To make the altar bigger, it'll cost around 8,000 gold. Yes, that's fine. Yes, I think so. I'll arrange it. This event queued out of nowhere, and I was so surprised. Like, I did not know what was happening. Look, it's done. A new altar. I had them make it quite big. I hope monsters in heaven will forgive me now. Well, that is a prerequisite, one of many, for getting Ghost. I believe at some point, a certain amount of weeks later, Colt will clean the altar, and we will get the cane, which will unlock the Ghost, making it infinitely less frustrating than unlocking Ghosts in Monster Rancher 1. Now, the thing to bear in mind is these events sometimes only queue on certain days of the year, and you have to be on the ranch for them to queue. So if I had, like, gone out on a ranchery, that event wouldn't have queued until next year. So, everything in this game is a balancing act. So I never know when one of these events is, a plot point, random shenanigans, or, in some cases, Master Pab's just being a total jerk to me for no good reason.
Just coming out of nowhere. Snek, what are you doing?
I'm raising my monster, you old coot! It's something you should consider doing!
Me? Raise a monster? In a Monster Rancher game? No, that's not what we do here!
Now, the implication is the final 2 boss monsters of the Legend Cup are monsters raised by Teska and Pabs, but they never come out and say that, as I recall. I don't think they say that point blank. Now, if I end up being wrong on that, I'll correct myself when I get to that video, but near as I know, they're just like these 2 boss monsters, and funny enough, they actually show up in the anime in the 3rd season.
So, Snek, I have to ask.
Yeah.
Alright. Because this is a major question.
Sure.
And I figure you, out of all the people in the entire planet, will be able to know.
Okay.
What's the deal with Moo? Why is a cow's grunt the ender of civilization?
Okay, so for that, I have to qualify one particular factoid. Moo is a monster you can raise in Monster Rancher 2, and I believe in Monster Rancher 1 Deluxe. I believe he was retroactively added to that game. And he looks pretty much like he does in his actual monster form that we see in the anime. And,
yeah, all, like, once.
Well, you see it a couple times in the end game, the last couple episodes of Season 2. And the thing to bear in mind is, when it was added to the game, it was just supposed to be a rare dragon. It's a big, rare, furry dragon. They then created the anime through TMS. And the thing that happened there is they needed a bad guy, and so they chose a rare dragon because dragons are cool. And the most recent rare dragon available was Moo. His name is actually Moo, spelled M-U, which is also a Japanese onomatopoeia for the sound of silence. And it has a dreadful connotation. The best example of this I've been given was when I asked Lona Ranger about it. He said it's like in Indiana Jones, where there's that brief, tangible pause right before a trap is sprung. That's the Moo. The Moo moment is that quiet moment of dread right before something terrible happens. The localizers saw this character that's literally said, Moo. And they're like, oh, well, okay, this species is just Moo, M-O-O, which was the closest approximation they could think to use. Well, again, the anime rolls around, and the dubbing team looks at it and says, oh, his name's Moo, M-O-O, that's what it is in the game. So they faithfully recreated what Tecmo's English development team had given them. So he became M-O-O, cow sound. That is why Moo is the big bad, and why he has such a silly-sounding name.
Yeah, I was about to say, wouldn't it be better if it was like, you know, Ragnarok's the actual dragon that, like, did in Civilization?
He didn't exist yet, believe it or not. Ragnarok's debuted in Monster Rancher 3, but there was the tiger dragon, Apocalypse, in Monster Rancher 1 they also could have used, and chose not to, for whatever reason. And if you people at home think I'm crazy having a pixie do running, there is a method to my madness.
Oh my god! She's like, just stood straight up and just, Pew! That was just really funny to me. I thought she was actually gonna like run or like fly. No, just stand straight up. Pew!
Yep. That's because I mentioned this, I think last week's video. I mentioned that monsters actually share their animations. Their resting animation, their attack animation, their default happy and sad animation. Those are all just a series of species-specific cues. And for things like the training in a ranchery, those are all shared. It may be a matter of, oh, do your attack animation or do your happy animation. But they'll always default to that. So the running animation for Pixie is her kind of like doing this really fast shuffle. Because that's a sped up version of her walking cycle. It looks very silly when certain species, like Zilla for instance, looks really silly while doing that as well. It's just one of those weird things.
Zilla's got a haul.
So, since we're in the spirit of unlocking things, and I think Koto's up for the challenge, we're actually going to go on an errantry. And it's not the errantry you might think, since that would be far too logical. Snek and Miss Colt. Our cost is 92,000, that's fine. Koto's higher than rank B. You can lose any location you want. Well, the location we want is actually Mandy Desert. Sometimes requiring technique, it may not be used to require right now. Now, I don't know if it's this enemy in particular, but this is for Centaur. I'll just say it. Now, because she's ranked B, I think I said at one point that it can only be one rank above or below you. That's not true. If you're B rank, literally any enemy monster can appear. And for the sake of this training, I don't know if it matters if she finishes the 4th part, because she doesn't have to fight a wild monster to do it. But she also kind of does, and that'll make a little bit more sense when we get there. I'm just going to let the animation play. Centaur's unlock is really weird and specific and nitpicky.
He's also an unusual monster, as I recall. He only shows up in this game, doesn't he?
This one in Monster Rancher DS. Though, one of them does also show up in Monster Rancher Explorer, of all places.
Ah, good job. Alright.
Yeah, her power growths are not terrible, but I think she is getting old. I've actually done kind of a poor job raising her. And it kind of shows. But that's okay, because actually she's gotten most of the expedition monsters already taken care of. I think the only ones were...
Oh, man! Oh, poor Koto. I feel sad for her.
Pixies are very, very expressive. Swazos and pixies.
They're monster girls. I mean, it'd be difficult for them to not be, and this is, the dead or alive folks, so... No.
She just body checks it.
Yeah.
Now, her getting a new attack here is immaterial. It literally does not matter. But funny enough, because of the way they learn attacks, pixies can actually take intelligence attacks away from the power course. Of course, I also...
That would be awesome if she did learn Mega Ray.
I doubt it. He said it's unlikely, which usually means the attack that would be learned comes from a tech chain. And she hasn't actually been in a fight in a while. See, certain attacks are just unlocked just by having them go to the errantry course, but others, you have to use a prerequisite attack a certain number of times.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Mega Ray, I believe, is one of them. You have to use Ray like a couple... like 100 times or something like that.
No, it's less than that, but it's more than you would think. It's a couple battles worth of casual use of the attack. And it varies, because some... I forget which one it was. There's like one species who's really infamous for like all of their abilities unlocked in chain fashion. So the general rule of thumb is if your monster gets a new attack, even if the attack isn't super useful, you should at least try to use it a little bit.
You know what's funny?
The fact that she's not just flying away.
Well, not just that, but like, antlions are not really that big, and yet they always seem to be like these gigantic monsters.
Yeah, I think it's because the antlion as a larval bug looks kind of unsettling. Nope, we have a wild monster. Thankfully, this is not one of those instances where that matters a whole lot.
Black-eyed.
Yeah, he's like a, I think, D-rank enemy monster. Really,
I was about to say, I feel like she probably has this one, considering she has more life than he does. Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
I was about to say, the only way she could really mess this up is if she hung up in the front and just kept using her physical attacks over and over. I'm really glad this is one of those rare instances in Monster Rancher 2 where, like, the CPU takes control from you. Because I don't like it when they do that. Great, Koto. It's an easy battle to win against those guys. Let's go back. You've done it again. I cannot thank you enough. Sure. Thank you. Allow me to hand you the prize money. I'll count on you again. What? What did you pick up, Koto? It looks like a spear. Where did you find this? I shall bring this back for now. Koto defeated a wild monster. Did not acquire a new technique, but its reentry was very successful. You get praised, because you did precisely the one thing I set you out there to do.
Did she just do the V for victory?
The V for victory.
Nice.
You have mail. Thank you. Probably a sale. Now, an event's in the queue up. About the spear Koto picked up somewhere. I'm thinking about showing it to Dr. Talico. He'll be here any minute. Well, he's not the only one. I feel like someone is watching us. Maybe it's just my imagination? Quack, quack. Do toucans quack? Honest, earnest question. I don't know the answer.
You know what? I'm gonna look this up now.
What's wrong, Joy? Koto? What's up? Oh! Oh dear. This could be bad. I've been meaning to get her speed up, and I just haven't, and now... thankfully, it does not matter if you win or lose this fight. And again, I have no control over what's happening. I don't even get the option, so... Oh, that's showing him. Yeah, I figured that's more or less how it would go down. And it's another check on Snek as a bad rancher. What the heck is that? Quack, quack. What's wrong? You look very angry. Dr. Talico, come listen to our story. Bird-like head and 2 arms. Lower body is like a horse's. You can hardly believe it, but it sounds like it's a Centaur monster. Centaur? I might have read about it in an old school textbook. A long, long time ago, this group of monsters were raised on this continent. One day they all escaped at the same time and haven't been seen since. The monsters of Great Escape. They are the Centaur. Centaur monsters...
According to what YouTube is telling me, what I just saw, no, they don't quack. It's more of a reverberating like aw. Like a quack.
Huh, okay.
Yeah.
They said that Centaur monsters always used to carry a spear. Maybe the Centaur monster came to get this spear back. Say, Master, I wonder if the spear has anything to do with generating a Centaur. I'm not sure, but it's not impossible. Why don't you guys go see Dadge? At least he can tell you whether the spear can be used for combining monsters. Okay, we'll do that then. I didn't know that the Centaur monster existed in the Mandy Desert. I'll go back and start investigating it. Snek might be able to get the monster that appeared a while ago. You had to go to the lab in a few days. Unfortunately, you always... of course. Koto was injured. Well, she was exhausted and got ambushed by a really strong Centaur, so I mean... Thanks, game. So not only does she take a lifespan hit for being exhausted, because that week passes by no matter what you do, you also take a lifespan hit because now she's in the hospital! So she wasn't at the end of her prime, she certainly is now. That's frustrating, but we got Centaur, so... Yeah, she's a little mad at me. And I don't blame her, because that was frustrating. Unfortunately, I'm pretty much going to need to make her do exactly the same thing again. And I don't think this is a good idea, because I don't know if this will actually work. Which is why we're going to... No, actually, I can't do it now. I've wasted too much time. Instead, we're going to refocus our efforts on something different.
What are you thinking?
Well, originally I was going to go after unlocking another expedition monster, but that can wait, because in the first week of July, we're going to have a special event queue up. So that battle taught me that we need to get our speed up. And like I said, she's probably getting old, like she was already getting diminishing returns before the expedition, or rather the errantry. But, if I get her a speed level or 2... Whoops. Yeah, I'm just gonna let her rest. Now, if you want to know one of the weirdest things I've learned while doing this Let's Play, is resting is one of the strangest things the way they could have coded it. Resting is not a set value. Like, you might think it would be the most logical thing in the world for them to just be like, oh, your monster rests, and therefore it's like minus however much fatigue and minus however much stress. No! It doesn't do that. It's a range of values that can be anything within certain values depending on the life phase your monster is currently undergoing. If you're thinking, Snek, that's weird and random and arbitrary, yes. But that's how it is. Oh, dang, look at her go. She bounced across that like a speedrunner. Good girl, Koto.
So I suppose the question would be, what are you going to do with her? If you're saying she's getting old, are you going to fuse her into something else?
Probably. We still have some more expeditions to do, and having a stronger starting point, not the least of which is the number of attacks she's learned. Which, by the way, she only started with these two. So she's doing well for herself.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that wasn't great. I didn't care for that part much. Now, that being said, what's going to happen next is we're actually going to get an invitation. And I'm going to see if she can fudge a win, which is, I'd say debatable. Definitely need to work on speed. That's the key takeaway here, because we're going to try to unlock the dragon. Now, thankfully, there's no cross-fusion stuff shenanigans involved in this. You don't need a grape and a stinger this time, you just need to get the dragon tusk. I'm gonna feed her tablets, just because get the stress down as much as possible. Hi, Colt. How are you doing? Pretty good, thank you. Say, Snek, I brought something for you. You have to be B rank for this. No higher, no lower. I believe you have to be an A rank ranch, but your monster needs to be B rank. Based on your achievements, you're qualified to participate in the tournament mentioned on the right, second week of August, Invitational. What is this? In my last meeting with Fimba, they finally agreed to let us learn the techniques of how to raise one of their monsters. Oh, by the way, this is considered a follow-up to the I'm a Fimba Midi meet. So you have to have done those before you can do this one. And you also have to have at least, I believe, the first upgrade to your barn. What's the name of the monster we can learn? They will only tell the winner of the tournament which monster will be released. From the way it sounds, I assume it will be a very valuable monster. What kind of monster will it be? I'm very curious.
It's not.
It's dragon. It's dragon. If you want to participate, come to the meeting place on the specified date. From now on, with this invitation, you can participate in the tournament anytime. I'm leaving now. I wonder what kind of monster will be released. I'm curious. Consider whether or not you will participate in the Invitational.
Koto seems well.
I need to stop by the shop real quick. I actually have some vendor trash to offload.
Hello! Yeah, just keep having, random old men just show up at our house. I don't understand why.
Colt. No. Yep. Oh, by the way, if it has a slash through the sell price, you literally cannot sell it. Because you can only get rid of this by using it, which is obviously what I plan on doing. But I wanted to sell those items I picked up from that last expedition. Because sometimes I'm dumb and lazy, and I don't do that.
I was about to say, we were kind of getting low on funds.
Well, that's because we just did the upgrade to the altar. Gotta get her speed up. If we want any fighting chance in this battle.
Yeah, I suppose what we need to do is we need to definitely oil her up. Get her a lot faster.
That way she's slippery and hard to catch. It's like the greased up deaf guy from Family Guy.
I was thinking that. I didn't want to say anything.
It's okay, it's from the first 4 seasons. It's still actually good. That's Snek's hot take for the day. Shows that should have ended a long time ago. Family Guy.
I I think it did end, dude.
It's ended like twice, and they keep bringing it back. Still ongoing, near as I know.
Jeez, yeah.
Talk about a show that needs to have ended a longer time ago. That's The Simpsons. I know there's a lot of nostalgia tied to that, but it's like, I'm not taking it back, it's true.
Honestly, that show and SpongeBob, I just do not see the appeal for.
Well, some of the early seasons were, like, consistently very comical, but I think they've kind of used up all the ideas they have, and now we're just kind of left with, oh, what if we get another celebrity cameo, guys?
Yeah, I think I saw one that was, it was somebody making fun of The Simpsons, where they have Homer buy an NFT, and everyone's like, yeah, that's better than the actual show is now, because it's actually something topical. It isn't just, hey, look, it's new celebrity.
Yeah, they've been leaning on that crutch for a while. So, the thing with little Koto here is she's very prone to stress. So part of my ritual is, if it says that she is well, she gets a mint leaf. If it says she seems well, she gets the nuts oil. And this way I can balance stress and fatigue, and this system has kind of consistently worked throughout her life. There have been hits and misses, and obviously a Rantry and Battleton to mess with the schedule a little bit. Oop. Dang. Look at her go. And even if little Koto isn't able to do everything I hope that she will become a new monster when I fuse her with something that I will probably raise just to get money and speed the mock event along.
I'd say get an angel or whatever I forget what the Pixie Suezo is.
She's had a couple different names. I believe at this point in the series she was called Vanity.
Yeah, just have that and just, cheese it with all the intelligence moves you have.
that could work. That could work really well, actually. So, we're gonna rest.
Yeah, because if you fuse it into another mainline Pixie, then she should retain most of the moves that
that's
learned, right?
Species is a material, believe it or not. It's the general number of attacks both parent have learned. Not how many they have. As the way it was explained to me, it's not how many attacks they have, it's how many they've learned from generation till the day they were fused. And that's how the game tracks these things. The tree planted in the ranch has grown pretty big. Like, yeah, it's been like 5 or 6 years.
I've honestly been kind of the opinion that I'll raise one parent up, and then I'll basically be like, you know what, I'll freeze them, and then it's like, what do I want to raise next? And then I'll fuse that one with another monster, a new fresh monster, in order to make the next monster I actually raise, if that makes any sense.
They attempted to fix the I wonder it bud the flower, and they still got it wrong. I wonder it will bud any flowers.
You just need...
So
but here's
close.
the thing. Here's the thing, though. All it needs is an if. If you say, I wonder if. So it's way closer, yeah.
It is. She's closer, but she's still wrong. I guess it's okay as long as it's
wrong. Bonk.
All right.
You just need Ghost to come out of nowhere there with a broom.
You're still wrong. Okay, this is a one-on-one, so we have to win this. One of the few, I guess you could call cutscene moments for Invitationals. You get this kind of first-person view of coming out onto the arena, which Monster Rancher 4 actually takes one step further by firing Fane out of a cannon. The Fimba support invitation match is about to begin. Can we get a new monster? We shall see. I am Karn, chairman of Fimba. This tournament is held in the purpose of introducing a great trainer of ours to teach you how to raise a dragon. dragon. Did you hear that, Snek? A dragon. It literally says Dragon Tusk on the Invitational. Even if you got here by accident, you would know ahead of time. Whoever won over our dragon, Laguris, will receive all items needed to generate dragon. All items. All item. Singular. It's just the one. Good luck.
I'm a dragon. I'm a maiden.
It would be nice to raise a dragon. Got to get this match. I agree, but I don't know if we will or won't. And if I lose... This is close. I don't care for this very much. He gets like one good hit, and this is going to go poorly, so let's see how this is. I'll have to kind of get lucky here.
Yes! Oh!
Not bad.
Oh! Come on. Oh!
Oh, don't start choking on me now.
Oh! Oh!
It's okay. It's okay.
No.
Oof. Are you a super mecha? How'd you do that? You, like, spun his wrist 180 degrees. Oof! We did it!
Oh! Come from behind.
That was close. Way to go, Koto!
Yeah, you should praise her for that one.
Oh yeah, no, that's worthy of praise. She hung in there. That was like a shonen anime victory right there. Congratulations, Snek. Congratulations, singular.
Just one.
Just the one. Thank you very much. The dragon's tusk I am about to give you is best used in the lab as a secret seasoning for combining. Then you should be able to get a dragon. This dragon's tusk should be used as a secret seasoning. I see. Yes, Colt. You'll pass basic comprehension. That is correct.
That is correct!
Hope you will take care of the dragon. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a pesky hedgehog to fend off.
I'm sorry, I have a space colony I need to go back to.
Oh, jeez. That's a cool trophy. That'd be like, guys, let me tell you the story. Snek, you literally just told us the story of how you beat the dragon. I was there in the tournament. No, Snek, you just told the story 15 minutes ago.
I was, and Koto was there too, and she got hit with the fireball, but it's okay. She held on, and she zapped him with lightning.
It was awesome. Can't we see Koto's fame? No change in fame. That's because it's already 100. What more do you want from her? Stop setting unrealistic expectations. I think Koto has learned a lesson in this tournament.
You know what it is? Because she's an Asian mom.
Jeez. Congratulations on your victory. I think Koto did a great job. Yeah, definitely praise that. Koto says, I want flour. You know what? You've earned your flour. I will not deny you that. You know, monsters pick up weird habits.
I like potato.
Yeah, he did. Koto doesn't look very good these days. Maybe you should consider retiring. I knew that was coming. I knew that was a sooner than later kind of thing. However, we are not done using her great power, or attempting to use at any rate. So we're going to let her rest this week, and then she's actually going to be going off on another adventure. And this one's going to be luck-based, so this one might require a few resets, because that's just been the way my luck has been. Very well. So, we're going to save, because that was way too close. Please choose your location. We're going to go to the Papas Alps. I don't think we can see him. It shouldn't matter. Here, let me double check my cheat sheet. The Papas, you will be warned. No one's warning me about it. That's weird. I wonder if this will still work. Well, that's what we save ahead of time for. This cult... Oh, there it is. There's a rumor that a big monster appears in the Papas Mountain region. I know that your strong Koto can beat it in one slug. I don't remember who I beat to make him so nice to me, but usually it has to be a really high-ranked enemy, so I don't remember what I did. But be careful. Thanks. Remember the footsteps you found in your adventure with Rovest, Snek? I wonder if those are the footsteps of this monster they were talking about. It's a bit scary, but I am curious. Well, it's happening anyway. The first prerequisite is she has to clear all 4 steps. If she fails even one, it's a restart. Now, in Monster Rancher 1, that wasn't as big a deal, because usually if you pass one, you're liable to pass them all. In Monster Rancher 2, not necessarily true, because I believe the difficulty curve actually does go up with each one. Then, at the end, she'll have to fight a special boss, the Big Hand, and she'll need to beat him. This is one of 2 instances where it's random chance on top of random chance.
Don't you love it when that happens?
Yeah, the PS-era Monster Rancher games were really weird.
You can fly!
Gotta go fast! Can't catch a hedgehog, faker!
Look, I mean, she's blue, so...
I guess it works.
Gotta fight a polar bear!
Gotta fight 2 polar bears. Now you're flying. It's actually really funny watching big monsters like Golem or Zilla do this animation. Because then you'll see like a huge monster jump on the polar bear's head. Now time for that speed training to kick in. Oh, she did it! Way to go, Koto! Alright, now random chance. That looks like a Kato. So that's probably a reset right there. Don't you love it? I'll let the fight play out, and then I'm gonna basically just skip ahead in the footage until she actually finds Big Hand and wins. Stop kicking him! Just use your intelligence-based moves. You're an intelligence monster! This is why the AI in this game is so terrible. Okay, that's an intelligence move, but it's not a move that deals damage, so try combining these things together.
I love how he has Vega's little, spin dash move.
Koto. Come on. Stop. Don't pet the kitty. Just blast it with lightning.
Kitty!
I'll take Snek out of context for 300, Alex. There you go. She remembered that she had Ray.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can just... Boom. Well, that was entertaining, but the viewers at home are going to get skipped ahead to where Dietaku and I actually find Big Hand.